All right, next up on the docket is the Commanders at the Lions. And Tristan, if I'm being honest with you, man, besides the Bills, which obviously is my team, this is my second favorite game that I'm most excited to watch. I'm super excited because Jaden Daniels has shown what he can do with controlling the clock, with making the plays, being the dude. And then you got the Lions, and the Lions kind of speak for themselves. We know what they are. We know how strong they can be, how well this offense can run. The defense can play shutdown football sometimes, not often, but we're also facing Jaden Daniels, which is a rookie, man. So we're looking at a rookie coming into the second stage of the playoffs, playing a team that, for lack of a better term, is dominating everybody they play offensively. Do you think that this defense for the Commanders steps up like it did against Baker Mayfield this evening?
No, I don't. I mean, maybe they can, but even so, I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think the Commanders defense, no matter how good they play, can nullify the Detroit offense. No one's been able to stop the Detroit offense all year. Even Buffalo, I mean, they hung 40-something on Buffalo. Like, the Detroit Lions are going to score points, and after what they did to Sam Darnold last week on defense, Aaron Glenn really should be a head coach next year, Ryan, because what he has done with that Lions defense, with literally nobodies, with guys off the streets, with the no-name bandits, it is so impressive. He is an amazing defensive coordinator, and the fact that he went into that Vikings game saying, Sam Darnold hasn't been pressured. We can't beat him playing man. Let's just pressure him. And if we get beat over the top, so be it. And they wrecked Sam Darnold. They had him seeing ghosts again. I don't think Jaden Daniels will be seeing ghosts. I think, as we talked about, all of his starts in college, all of his experience and his poise is going to pay off. I think Jaden Daniels will be ready for the moment, and I think he's going to deliver a fight. I think this is going to be a battle for a couple quarters, but ultimately when it comes to the end of the game, as we get into the third, fourth quarter, you're going to see that the Commanders are just an obstacle to the Lions. The Commanders' season has already gone better than anybody could expected. The Lions are on a mission. They've got somewhere to be, and the Commanders are just in their way. I don't think the Lions are invincible, but I would be absolutely stunned if the Commanders take them down. I do think they can play them close, though.
Yeah, the Commanders' accolades are going to be unaffected by this game, even if they lose, because, like you said, they've made it further than anybody thought they would. But I'll say at the end of this game, if the Lions and Dan Campbell do not come out on top, we've got another story to talk about.
It's a huge story, and I was thinking just a minute ago, how can the Commanders win this ball game? Because when I look at matchups, I like to think, if I was the coach, like, what's my goal? We kind of know what Detroit's goal is: outscore the other team. Make plays on defense. They'll do that. I think Detroit's plan with all the injuries is just outscore people. If I'm the Commanders, I don't think I have the personnel on defense to stop the Lions, because your only hope at limiting the Lions' offense is just collapsing the pocket and getting to Jared Goff. You have to hit Goff early and often. You have to sack him. You have to rattle him. You have to force him into a turnover. And we know the Detroit Lions offensive line is arguably the best in the NFL, one of the top 5. They don't get beaten easy, and the Commanders don't have enough guys on that defensive line that I think can cause that pressure. And if they blitz, I don't know how well the corners can hold up against the Lions. It's a mismatch to me. The Commanders' defense played way better than I expected against the Bucs, but I just don't think they have the personnel to implement the game plan they would need to implement to beat the Lions. So unless the Lions just make mistakes and shoot themselves in the foot, which can happen, teams can do that, that's the only way the Commanders win this game, in my opinion. They have to kind of have it gifted to them.